On the same note of looking at realistic expectations for your fitness journey, how much lean muscle can you gain is one of the most common questions that I've encountered, and reasonable as well, because how much am I working to my full potential according to my genetics, and it's done according to your potential grouped by mesomorphs and endomorphs, who have the more of the ability to put on muscles, more than ectomorphs, who are thinner, smaller frames, smaller bone density, and the muscular potential is often less. Okay, but they're often more lean. So if we look at it, right, grouped on the males and endomorph, okay, which is mesomorph as in those who are very athletic build, and those who are broader, leaner frames, put on muscle easily, but also retain and put on fats easily. So for those who are in the first year newbie gains, when you really start lifting, or you haven't been lifting with proper form, and you now start to lift compound and lift with proper form, and have a progressive overload with a sound training program, that is, first year always has the best newbie gains, right? From the upper limits of 5.5, okay, to lower limits of 3.6. All in all, it gets lower and lower as you become more experienced. But in the first 3 years, you put on the most, okay, anywhere from 6 kg to 10 kg for the more genetically gifted, in the sense, and the gains really, you need to eke out the gains, from year 4 and 5 onwards. If you have been a consistent lifter. I don't mean that lift for a few years and then you let go, just completely skip training and then you come back, of which then you restart again. But in this case, if you look at it from the lower limits, it's about a gain of 10 kg, and the upper limits is actually again about 15 to 20 kg. Okay, so it's pretty high over a 10-year period if you are a mesomorph or endomorph. Unfortunately, if you're an ectomorph, aka hard gainer, it's more comparative to women in a group. I think this is kind of simplified because of course, along the grain that women have very low testosterone and higher estrogen, and that's not really beneficial for lean muscle gains. Okay, but on the whole, that's why men have an advantage in putting on muscles. But if you look at it overall, first 3 years you make the most gains. From 1.8 kg to upper limits of almost 3 kg on the first year. Which is similar to the lower range of the meso and endomorph. The high range being the lowest range of the meso endo. So all in all, if you look at the lower range, the gains come up to about 10-year period of 5 to 7 kg in lean mass, and the upper limits come up to about 8 to 9 kg. I think this is a reasonable one for you to look at. You can get the whole, for reference, it's in the Google sheet that I have put in the link. Now it's in this Google sheet, maximum muscular potential and muscle gains versus experience levels. You can have a clearer reference range through here, as well as there's actually the individualized one for women. According to your height, your training levels, and a more individualized one for men as well. We will talk about that later. It's all in this Google sheet for your reference. So back to things, I think shouldn't be discouraged. You should train, or anyone should train to reach their full muscle potential. I think what we need is just being able to stick and adhere to a sound training plan, and fully dialing in your nutrition and rest. And so that's it for now. I just wish to note that some of you may be confused to see that, hey, how come some of the people that I know seem to be getting so much more. The answer is then they probably are super genetically gifted, or the other high chance is that they are on PEDs and steroids. Right, so that's all I have for you in this chapter. See you in the next.